You know what they say. What happens in Sturgis goes up on YouTube. No. But we do have some good content. Pan America review coming at you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sturgis. Well, not exactly to Sturgis. Welcome to, this is Hill City. But, guys, this is so awesome. We are here on the Pan America in Sturgis. This is what dreams are made of, man. Oh my goodness. And this thing, I've only been on it for about 10 minutes now, but this thing is so much fun. This new Revolution Max engine is so different than anything that I've tried from Harley before, and it's just, wow. Like, it's a brand new bike, man. It's so different, it's so cool. So let's talk a little bit about the features and what this bike is all about. So Harley created this bike to enter into the adventure sport category of motorcycles, and they have never really forayed into this market at this level before. They've done it a little bit with some different models, and I know obviously a lot of people turn like Sportsters into trackers and stuff like that, but as far as, you know, the actual like full adventure sport model is concerned, this is what I would call their first real, you know, foray into that market. Now, how does it stack up against the competition? Well, if you've ever ridden any other sort of, you know, ADV bikes, this thing for me kind of sits in the middle of the road. Now, what I mean by that is it's not going to take over what I would call probably the most popular full adventure touring bike, which is the BMW. I think it's the G1250. I can't remember exactly what the model is on that, but that's what I would call probably the most popular, you know, off-roading bike right now for adventure touring. But at the same time, this is a little bit more off-road, you know, sort of emphasized beyond, like, I would say, you know, a Ducati Scrambler, or I don't know, there's some other bikes that say that they can do off-roading, but they're definitely more of a road bike. I would say that this is really kind of right in the middle. It handles extremely well on the street. I haven't really been able to take it off-road quite as much as I would want to, but as far as what little I've been able to do, I think it handles really, really well. Now, would you want to go absolutely beat this thing up and, you know, take it off of jumps and through a whole bunch of really heavy terrain? I don't think so. I don't think the suspension is really built for that. It's not really quite beefy enough for that. Plus, you know, the windscreen is a little bit flimsy. That's the only other sort of downside that I would say. But as far as if you're coming off of any other Harley at all, and you're wanting to try this thing out, this is going to be like your new awakening, honestly. Like, it's not like anything else I've ever ridden from Harley. I mean, the engine is totally different. Where the torque comes in is totally different. The clutch, the brake feel is totally different. Like, just everything about it is 100% different. And, like, you know, it's super fun to ride, man. It's really different to feel like I have this much lean angle, this much ground clearance, this much, you know, sort of adventure capability, and then also be on a Harley. Like, it's such a hard thing to explain. But anyway, enough about my feelings, more about the bike. So you've got a great little nav screen here. It's got full navigation, Bluetooth control, all of that good stuff that you would come to expect from, you know, any kind of, you know, touring bike in general. I'd say these days it's got your nav screen covered. I don't feel like I need to cycle through all that, but I'll show you guys. Like, the controls over here are really intuitive. You've got just a nice omnidirectional pad right here that'll show you where you need everything, where, you know, Everything's going with it. All the other controls for everything else that you would need to monitor on the bike, which is great. You've got a couple different light modes over here too. You've got some fog lights, your regular running lights, and then obviously your brights as well. Again, adding into that sort of, you know, sport touring or adventure touring style of bike. They want to be able to let you be off-road, be off the grid, still see what you're seeing, and all that is good. Over here, we've got your ride modes. Now you've got sport, you've got rain, you've got track, and I think that's about it. Now, woo! When you hit that sport mode, you hit it, man. Oh my goodness, this thing has some pep to it. That new Revolution Max engine, that 1250, it definitely does the job. Now, I can't even really equate it to anything else that Harley's done thus far, just because it's so different. It's almost more like a sport bike, honestly, in the way that it feels to me. You know, it's got definitely a higher RPM curve than I'm used to on my bike. You know, with most Harleys that you'll try, the torque curve comes on way down low, and then, you know, kind of like gives out a little bit more when you get up top. But this, man, I can pull on this thing through that rev range, and it is just providing me non-stop power, which is just, oh my god, it's so much fun. This one is, I believe it's the limited model, which is great. Hit those bumps, no problem. And one of the things that I love about this, especially as you guys know, I'm not the tallest guy in the world, and this is, I think this has a seat height of like 29 inches or so, but what's really, really nice is when you turn it on, it just sinks in for you and lets you just have 2 more extra inches of clearance, which is awesome. For me, for someone that, you know, struggles to be able to touch the ground, honestly, it's great. Man, woo! In sport mode, this thing just eats. Oh, I'm sorry guys, this is like the worst review ever because I'm just having so much fun. Anyway, okay, back to business. So, who would I recommend this bike for? Well, I would say that if you're planning on doing majority off-road, you know, I know I'm going to be in the dirt, I know I'm going to be touring in the dirt, I'm going to be traveling to distant lands where there is no road to be found. I don't know that this is going to be the bike for you. I think that there's a couple other options on the market that are a little bit more straight up off-road specific, that are going to be a little bit more what you're looking for, and you'll probably get a little bit more bang for your buck. Now, if you're also someone that's like, oh, I'm only going to be, you know, riding on the street, I just like the look of the adventure bike, I think you'd actually be fine going with this option. I think there's a couple others that are going to directly compete with it, but I think that, you know, for whatever reason, if you were saying, oh, I'm going to do road riding, but I want an ADV bike, great, go for it. Now, the person that this is going to be perfect for is like, for instance, I have family that live in Idaho, and where I ride around there, yes, there's a lot of roads that are, you know, great for the pavement and for like canyon riding and the usual stuff that I do, but a lot of it too, you know, when the road ends, it turns to dirt, and then you still want to keep riding, but you got to turn around. That is the perfect application for this bike, I would say. When you run out of road and you only have dirt left, that is where this bike will be the one that you're happy you have. I would say 100% if you are going to be doing a lot of road riding with some dirt thrown in, or every now and again you're going to want to take it camping, but it's not its main purpose, this is the bike for you. Guys, I can't even begin to explain like how different this thing feels, how how kind of just rad this new engine is. It makes me really excited for the Sportster S as well, because it's going to be using this same Revolution Max power plant. And guys, I'm telling you, I'm having such a blast with this thing. But unfortunately, given the fact that it is just a Harley demo and I don't have the YouTube following to get invited to any of these events where people get to actually take it out and, you know, do full days of test riding and take it off-road and all the things that it's supposed to be done, I have to bring this thing back. I'm really sad about it because I don't want to give it back, but I have to. So guys, for now, I'm gonna sign off. I hope you enjoyed just a little bit of a taste of, you know, where I'm riding around here in the Black Hills in South Dakota. Absolutely beautiful on this beautiful new machine. Like I said, I know the review wasn't the best, but you'll have to forgive me because I am just having way too much fun with this thing, man. It's so good. It's so good. But anyway, guys, unfortunately, I got to take it back. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please, please, please drop a like, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment, tell me what your favorite thing about this new bike is, or if you like it in general, I don't know. But either way, all that good YouTube stuff, it really, really helps me out. It costs you guys nothing but a few seconds of your time, and I would really, really appreciate it. So if you guys could do that for me, it would mean the world. And I will see you in the next one. Alrighty. Later. It's such a different power curve than I'm used to. It's so much fun. I can't even deal. Oh God, you guys must hate me. You must just be like, dude, talk about the bike. We don't care how much fun it is. Is it good? Is it not good? But bro, I can't even explain. Like, I'm having way too much fun to even think through how I'm gonna do this review. It's so good! Woo!